Hello everyone, my name is Buranga Nikita and today's topic is Spring MVC. The Spring MVC is and the web frameworks for the building Java web applications on focusing on the handling the web requests and the responses. The Spring MVC that can be the Spring Web MVC is the original web frameworks and that can be built on the servlet API. API means the application programming interface, and that has been included in the Spring frameworks from the very beginnings of the light Spring frameworks in the Java. The web on the servlet stack that can be the Spring Web MVC is the original web frameworks in the Java that can be also used to build on the servlet API and has been included in the Spring frameworks from the very beginnings of the Springs. The formal name Spring Web MVC comes from the name of its the source modules. The Spring Web MVC it is and the more commonly known as the Spring MVC. The MVC means Model View Controller, parallel to the Spring Web MVC. Spring Frameworks 5.0 in the introduced the reactive stack web framework whose name Spring Web Flux is known as based on its the source module. The Spring Web Flux is the method that can be also used to cover the Spring Web MVC for the reactive stack web applications on the web services. The web is the reactive stack for the baseline information and the compatibility with and the servlet containers and the Jakarta EE version ranges. See the Spring frameworks. Spring MVC frameworks follows the model view controller, and that can be a model view controller architectural design pattern which works around the front controller for it is and the dispatcher servlet. The dispatcher servlet handles and the dispatches all the incoming HTTP request and the application properties of the controller. It uses the @@ controller and @ request mapping as default request handlers. The @ controller annotations defines that a particular classes is a controller, and the @ request mapping annotations on the maps webs requests to Spring control the Spring controller methods. The term model view and the controller are as the follows the model. The model is and the encapsulates the application's data. The view that can be renders the model data and the generates HTML output that the client's browsers can be interpret. The controllers that can be also used to processes that uses the request and passes them to the view for the rendering. If you are interested in the mastering of the pattern within the Spring Boot, then the Java backend courses that can be follows these steps will be and prepare you for the common interview arises in during you can be and discuss MVC principle confidently. Then the dispatcher servlet that can be also the front controller that manages the entire HTTP requests and the responses. The HTTP means hypertext transfer protocol, and that can be handled it's on the process. Now the what is then the front controller? It is and the quite simple as the name suggests. When the any web requests are the made, the requests will be and also come from the first, then the front controller, which is and also nothing but the dispatcher servlet. The front controller stands firstly that is and why that name is like this. After the requests come into this, the dispatcher servlet that can be accept the requests and decided which controller will be and suitable to handle these requests. Then it is and the dispatcher has the HTTP request to specific controllers, and that can be in the advanced Java. In advanced Java, the tutorial that can be also used the Spring Web MVC in the to create multiple type of the websites, and that's all about the Spring MVC. Thank you.